Good evening. My name is Laura Schifrin, and I will call the meeting to order of the Select Board on Wednesday, February 25th, 2026 at 5:33 p.m. Roll call.
Veronica Cal present.
And Laura Schifrin present. Join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I would like to thank all of our veterans, of whom we saw one today at the Boston Cane dedication, and also to all of our current military serving here and abroad, all of our emergency response teams here in town, and all of our staff, as well as our elected and appointed officials in town and their families for making our community a better place to live. The meeting is being recorded and uploaded to YouTube. Is anyone else recording?
Yep.
Thank you, Cindy. I do not have any additions or deletions to the agenda. And 1.5, the minutes are being moved to March 3rd. And we will go on to, this says 6 o'clock. Okay, we won't do that. 3.1. Is there a motion for 3.1?
I, Valerie Goodrich, move to appoint Jacob Dickey as fleet mechanic to the Highway Department with effective start date of March 2nd, 2026.
Is there a second?
Veronica Cal second.
Okay, any discussion? Hearing none.
Well, I'll just say that this is a candidate we've been working with for a little while for Highway. Hope it all works out. It's a good candidate to be the fleet mechanic for that department. It's been long sought after, and the highway superintendent is very thankful for the support. So just want to make sure that's said, and I think it's a good growth opportunity for our department there to have an in-house mechanic. So it's an important trade.
Thanks, Karen, for the information on that. And then, of course, that's all subject to his vetting. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see.
I think Veronica seconded it, so that's all I had for you. Sorry, I interrupted.
Okay, and then, okay, that was our discussion.
Yep.
Roll call vote, please.
Veronica Cal, aye.
Valerie Goodrich, aye.
Laura Schifrin, aye. And welcome to Jacob. Hopefully everything goes well. 5.1 under old business is to discuss the meeting set up for tonight, which was canceled, or I should say postponed, to March 19th at 7 p.m. at the high school.
Correct.
That is a Thursday.
Yeah, and what I'll do in advance, I know, I'll get motions drafted and approved by town council. I'll also chat with the moderator before that meeting, sort of, I call it like a run of the show. I think maybe theater folks know that, but sort of how it's going to go that night. So I'll make sure I'm prepared for you guys, and to also make sure we, who's responsible for what motion and how it goes, to sort of collaborate together. Mr. Moderator, John Barrett was looking forward to that chat, but obviously we got postponed because of the weather. But we'll, reignite that discussion probably a week or so before March 19th. So, okay. Just to give you some background in terms of what I'll be doing for preparation. So.
All right. So just since we have basically the 3rd, the 10th, and the 17th, which we plan to meet on all 3 of those nights, just for informational purposes at this point, we can certainly do that either the 10th or the 17th, maybe?
Yeah, 17th probably, if we need to. Yeah, if we need to be proactive, we can do the 10th. And then if we have anything we want to clean up between the 10th and the 17th, we can, but we should be in good shape. So.
Okay.
For our part, it's just deciding who leads the motions from the select board. So pretty easy for us.
Yeah. I'll volunteer at once.
Speaking of volunteers.
There you go.
Well, a couple of things, I guess. Well, first, do you have any updates for us?
I don't. Nothing that has changed since yesterday. So.
Okay. And I don't have anything under my liaison reports. Does anybody else have anything that's come up?
Or we guess we could say a formally happy birthday and the passing of the Boston cane in town, which is really cool. I did some research on it this afternoon.
Yeah.
For those that are listening at home, the Boston cane in Townsend is given to the oldest resident, which is Mr. Louis DeBril of Townsend. He has some family that he lives in town as well, and his daughter works in our building, which is fantastic. And they had a nice little luncheon for him today at the Council on Aging. And I'll post a picture to that effect later on Facebook to sort of say, thank you to Mr. DeBril and happy birthday.
Okay.
Yeah, it was cool. And he's a veteran, so he served in both the U.S. Army and U.S. Navy, which is remarkable. You got to be really proud and in awe of folks like that.
The other interesting thing, too, that I found out from Jack that I didn't know down in the town clerk's office was that it's initiated by the town clerk and the records that they have. So when they come upon, I guess when one passes, the previous cane recipient passes, they then look for the next oldest person, and then they notify the person and the council and all of that.
The website, though it hasn't been updated in a few years, you can go and see all the towns in Massachusetts, and sometimes they have pictures of who the individual might be, and then sort of the history behind it. You might have, a little story of, the Meehan family from Connecticut, I'm using myself as an example, or, the Tully family, what they meant to the area, and things like that. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The more you know.
So we'll have that, and also that website if people want to check it out. We'll
I'll
be
probably
on our
link
page.
I'll probably put the picture up and then link it together, and you'll see our select board and Mr. Dubriel together, and I'll put the link to the Boston Cane page underneath it. So.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. Thank you for doing that. It's one of the niceties that we've had to do.
And the lunch was good, I heard too. It looked pretty yummy, but I ran out to get my peanut butter and jelly. So.
Okay. And I probably should say that I guess they have, they sponsor a lunch every Wednesday, right?
Monday through Thursday they have lunch.
Monday through Thursday?
Yes.
Oh, and so for $5 or whatever, you can go and have
Center.
lunch there.
Yeah.
Do you have to sign up for that ahead of time?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's good to put out there to our constituents. And do we have somebody coming on for, we probably do for the 6 o'clock.
Mr. Brennan, I think, is for the common victualers.
Okay.
18 Main Street.
Starbucks. Okay.
I saw he clicked on, but maybe when he's ready, we'll be ready too.
Yeah. So, because it's time specific, do I have to hold to that where it's not a public hearing?
It's not a public hearing. I think you can move it along. If he's ready, he might be listening to us. If he wants to, there he is.
Yeah, I was listening. How's it going?
Good.
Good. We can actually take you earlier on our agenda because it is not a public hearing. So, I will entertain a motion for 2.1.
Yeah.
And then we can discuss after.
Then I'm just going to read this all the way through at once. I, Valerie Goodrich, move to approve the common vittler license application submitted by Starbucks Corporation, DBA Starbucks Coffee, for the premises located at 18 Main Street, Townsend, subject to the following conditions. That the applicant shall obtain all required approvals, permits, and certificates from the building department, including but not limited to any necessary occupancy permits and confirmation of compliance with applicable building codes. Number 2, that the applicant shall obtain approval from the Board of Health and associated boards of health, including successful completion of all required health inspections and issuance of any required food services permits. Number 3, that the applicant shall obtain approval from the fire department, including successful completion of all required fire safety inspections and compliance with all applicable fire codes. Number 4, that the licensee shall not be issued, nor shall the premises operate under said license until written confirmation of compliance and approval has been received from the building department, Board of Health, and fire department. Number 5, that the applicant check in with the police department, town clerk, and treasurer collector for any outstanding or necessary paperwork needing completion before opening. This approval is expressly contingent upon satisfaction of the above conditions in compliance with all applicable federal, state, and local laws and regulations.
Is there a second?
Veronica Cal second.
Okay. Any discussion?
I guess the question is, the license then won't be provided until all of these conditions are met.
Right.
Okay.
Did you have all of those? What?
Yep, I jotted them down as they were being said, and they were all in my site. We are wrapping some of those up now. Others have been completed. We're hoping to open first week in April. We'll probably have those items completed earlier than then. We are opening a new store in Clinton, so we're actually opening this one shortly thereafter. So that's why we're holding until first week in April. We're working on a business certificate, and we've already filed our food license with the health department. So I think we're in good shape.
How are you doing for hiring? I saw your sign out there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not personally involved in that, but I know I've heard that sometimes it's a struggle in some of the more remote areas to find employees, but I think that will be just fine.
Okay. Well, this is on video, which will be on YouTube, and also we have others recording here this evening, so we'll certainly let them know that Starbucks is hiring.
Yes.
And hopefully that may help. Okay. Any further discussion?
One from me.
Hearing none. Roll call vote.
Veronica Cal, aye.
Valerie Goodrich, aye.
And Laura Schifrin, aye. And congratulations.
There's a hand up from Real Deal. No, just kidding.
Cindy, did you have something on the subject?
Yes, I'd like to know if they're going to have a ribbon cutting. I'd really like to attend that, and I'm sure our select board would love to do that as well. So I'm wondering, when you do finally open, will you announce a grand opening with the full ceremonial ribbon cutting?
I can see if that's something that we're planning to do. Usually we'll open on a Friday and try to do it as a soft opening, but I can certainly circle back with the town manager and let them know, maybe work something out for a ribbon cutting.
I like coffee, so
No,
that lines up with me perfectly.
Okay. All right. Does that answer your question, Cindy?
Yes, it did. Thank you. I wanted to make sure that I get to be one of the first people to get a cup of coffee down there.
Ooh,
Okay. I know you've been promoting it.
I certainly have.
Yes. Yes, she has. Okay.
We voted. We voted.
Yeah, you voted, yeah.
Okay, so we voted and we're done, and thank you for attending this evening.
Thank you very
Thanks,
much.
Dan.
Have a good night.
You too.
Thank you.
Okay, so we are basically under announcements. Sign here. So this is okay. You're gonna get this back because you and the treasurer have to sign that. And six 6.3.
So we're just going to go through some of the announcements in terms of the upcoming election for some dates and seats open. I think I'll do the seats first and then the timeline.
Okay.
Does that work for you, everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. So these are offices to be on the ballot for the 4/27/2026 election. So that is the end of April, the annual election. The Amanda Dwight Entertainment Committee has 1 seat for 3 years. Board of Assessors has 1 seat for 3 years. Board of Health has 1 seat for 3 years. Board of Water Commissioners, 1 seat for 3 years and 1 seat for 2 years. Cemetery and Parks Commission, 1 seat for 3 years. Library Board of Trustees, 2 seats for 3 years. North Middlesex Regional School District Committee at Large, 3 seats for 3 years.
Oh,
That
wow.
that at large? I may ask for clarification because I know one of the members is Townsend, but I'm going to take this, okay? Planning Board, 1 seat for 5 years, 1 seat for 4 years, and 1 seat for 1 year. Recreation Commission, 2 seats for 3 years, 1 seat for 2 years. Select Board, 1 seat for 3 years. Town Clerk, 1 seat for 3 years. Townsend Housing Authority, 1 seat for 3 years, 1 seat for 2 years. Trust Fund Commission, 1 seat for 3 years, and 1 seat for 2 years. Trustees of Soldier Memorial, 1 seat for 3 years, veteran, and 1 seat for 3 years, non-veteran. And then the ballot questions thus far on the ballot for the 4/27/2026 election. Question 1, shall the Town of Townsend, in accordance with the Town of Townsend Charter, Section 3(2) Select Board, subsection A, composition and terms of office, change the composition of the Select Board from 3 to 5 members, provided that such 5-member board would have 3 overlapping terms, so arranged that as nearly as equal number of members as possible so shall expire each year. So that's thus far for the ballot questions. And now I'll just give you all some dates.
Timeline.
1 second, sorry, switching screens. I got it. Which one were you thinking of?
Right there.
Oh, okay. I have 2 different versions of that.
We could start with, they can take it out now, but the ending date is
Yep.
for takeout of the
Yep.
papers.
So, in terms of dates, the nomination papers are open. The last day to obtain a blank nomination paper for the annual town election is next Friday, March 6th at 12 p.m. So it's the last day to actually walk in and get a nomination paper. The last day and hour to file nomination papers with the Board of Registrars is Monday, March 9th at 5 p.m. So that's when all your signatures have to be due. And then the other ones are kind of like, you can withdraw your paper by March 25th. April 17th at 5 p.m. is the last day and hour to register to vote in person for annual town election. April 17th is the last day and hour to apply for a ballot by mail for the annual town election. Encourage anybody who's going to be out of town to do that. April 21st is the last day to submit pre-election campaign finance reports for annual town election for January to April 11th. Friday, April 24th is the last day to vote in absentee. And Friday, April 24th is the last day to vote for annual town meeting. And then the election is April 27th.
7 a.m. to 8 p.m.
So you guys still all have a week to get your nomination
Pull your
papers pulled.
papers.
More the merrier.
There's lots of space for a lot of positions.
All the people.
So,
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
When does the ballot have to be printed? Is there a date?
Well, so it's 1 minute. That might be the other page that I had open here.
Because there is a question on the special town meeting that would generate a question on the ballot.
Mhm.
I can get that from the town clerk. I
That
know
would be
it's usually
30
related to printing.
Yeah.
So I can,
so the date of printing is what we need,
the last day.
ballot.
Mhm.
or submission for printing.
Has to be after the 25th. Wednesday, the 25th, last day and hour to object to or withdraw a nomination.
So it's probably around there.
Right,
my guess.
so we're good. Okay.
25th of March?
Mhm.
Okay. Also, we still have some vacancies on the unelected positions. And that is, Agricultural Commission vacancy. Is Audit Committee?
Should be full.
Yeah, it's 3.
That is full.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that did not updated. Board of Water Commissioners has a vacancy. Capital Planning is full, right?
Well, the water commissioners, don't they have 2?
Yeah, at this
openings?
point, that's for the
They do.
election, probably.
Right, so it would only be if nobody runs.
That makes a point.
Right.
Mm.
Okay. And then Commission on Disability still has a vacancy.
It does, and I think it has a prerequisite that it's someone that
With disability.
may have a pre-existing condition, yeah.
Well, there is one appointed that
Does meet that.
does meet that, and it's a
Okay.
veteran,
Okay.
yeah. There may be another one, though, too. There may be two positions like that.
Yeah.
Cindy, can you answer that?
Yeah, the majority of the commission must be disabled people, the majority. It's at a minimum. You can have everybody. We have a family member of a disabled person, and we have three people who are disabled and one who is a family member right now. So we can accept one more person, and I mean, preference to disabled people, but it's not necessarily required. We have a requirement for one seat has to be for a town official, say somebody who's appointed on some other board or commission or an employee. But we meet that already because two of us have been appointed to the Agricultural Commission. So we have met that criteria of having a town official already. So it probably ought to be a disabled person, but yeah, it should be a disabled person if you're going to appoint another one. And I think we're going to talk, since we are just about full on the original 5 postings, we might be asking to increase the board, because we can have between 5 and 13 members. So and we posted it just for the 5 to start with, because I thought it was going to take longer. But if we can continue to appoint people all the way up to 13, if we're capable of doing that. So we might want to change that posting, but we're probably going to have our first meeting next week. So I'll certainly get back to you on how that turns out.
Okay.
Cindy, do you just know if it was an employee, do they have to be a resident of the town?
No.
Okay. Because, I'll just do that.
There are some appointments that they don't have to live in town.
Yep.
Thank you, Cindy. Conservation Commission, I know, has a vacancy. Energy Committee has a vacancy. Housing Authority has a vacancy. And there's another Housing Authority vacancy that is for the state rep. It's either there's a state rep vacant, and there's also a person who would live in affordable housing that could have a seat on the Housing Authority. Town Properties has a vacancy, and I guess West Townsend is coming off. There is no West Townsend Room Committee anymore. But zoning does have 3 vacancies, one for a full member to 2030, one for a full member to 2028, and also an associate member vacancy. So there's plenty of positions for everyone to volunteer. Also, under announcements, I would like to say that we are all going, apparently, to the CPA Community Preservation Committee training, March 2nd at 5 p.m., and we have them posted. So
I'm a maybe, but.
Okay, but we're posted just in case. And that's either virtual or here in the chambers at 5 p.m.
Hope you all enjoy it. I've seen and done that before. I can go, but
Nope.
I've done the Community Preservation
No,
Commission training.
you're good.
Oh, you certainly don't have to, because we know you have other things to do. So you don't have to do that twice. Okay, so we are actually meeting only for that purpose on March 2nd. Our next meeting is March 3rd, with a time to be determined at this point, because we haven't looked at a draft yet, but we'll be working on that in the next 24 hours, right? Okay. Anybody else have anything to come before this? Let's go to the 6.5. Is there a motion?
I make a motion to review and sign payroll and bills, payable warrants out of session.
Veronica Kell, second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Veronica Kell, aye.
Valerie Goodrich, aye.
And Laura Schifrin, aye. And with that, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved at 5:58 by Valerie Goodrich.
Thank you.
Veronica Cal second.
Okay, roll call vote.
Veronica Cal aye.
Valerie Goodrich, aye.
And Laura Schifrin, aye. Thank you all very much.